Hello, welcome everybody, welcome to my channel. My name is Chrissy and today I'll be giving you some prediction readings for the 31st of March. Be warned, April Fool's Day tomorrow. I wonder what our governments are going to try and fool us with tomorrow. The never-ending clown show. No doubt we'll have more crap on TV tomorrow. It really is like living April Fool's Day every day, isn't it, guys? Welcome anybody new to my channel. I've got a lot of new viewers. Welcome out there. We build a community of like-minded people here. We let each other know what's going on in our countries because we always talk about it. We usually don't get told the truth on our mainstream media. Cheers, everyone. I've got my iced peach tea today. Nice and thirst quenching. It's getting a little chilly here, guys. We're getting to the end of autumn and all the yellow leaves are nearly off the trees. But you guys will be happy, a lot of you over there over in the UK and Canada. You'll be coming into spring and I know you're getting excited, getting out in your gardens. It's wonderful to hear. First off, guys, let's get started with a little bit of admin. Yes, there's always a little bit of admin going on, isn't there, guys? Like, you know, never boring, is it? Oh, I can't remember if I told you this, guys, or not. Oh, no, I didn't, did I? No, I didn't. I was telling my husband about it. Sometimes I forget, guys, because you know it's me. I get a bit forgetful on all these antibiotics and everything. They were talking the other day on the Today Show. They interviewed some specialist. I don't even know who she was. They didn't really introduce her very well. And they were talking about interest rate drops here in Oz. She was some sort of authoritative figure on interest rates. And her predictions were, oh, what a surprise. The BS detectors could have predicted this. It's very unlikely there'll be any more rate drops this year in Oz. I'm guessing this is probably a global thing, guys. So don't get too excited when you get a small interest rate drop because it's sort of going nowhere. And then she proceeded to talk about what was causing it, because they said, well, why are we going through this if inflation's improving and everything's improving, because they always talk about how everything's improving. And I don't know where they're getting their news from, because none of us little people and little folk see anything really improving. We see it getting worse, if anything. And she blamed the uncertainty of the interest rates. It's caused by the wars. Yes, it's Ukraine and Israel's fault, guys. I'm sure we were all very aware of that, weren't we? I'm sure they're to blame. Well, we know that they are costly for a lot of our countries because they do send off a lot of money to them, and tanks and training and all this kind of money gets poured into this. So perhaps it is correct. Who would know? But I did think it was a little odd that they're blaming the interest rate not going down because of the wars, guys. That's the latest. And of course, then after that, of course, this is in the same conversation about interest rates. She talked about that there's a very, very, dark cloud. And we know who the dark cloud is, don't we? Which is the Trump tariffs. Yep. He's apparently a big dark cloud. Like, how's their portrayal of Trump in the media, guys? No surprises to us. They know he's moving and shaking and waking things up. Look, I know he's not perfect. How's the Elon Musk protest, guys? You've been seeing that. We didn't vote Elon Musk in and all this crap. Oh, it just goes on and on. And look, I'm not a fan of Teslas myself. We're not big fans of renewables here. Some of you might have electric cars. I mean, good on you if you can afford all that. But most of us can't. So we're getting told on mainstream media he's a very dark cloud. That is his Trump tariffs. What, propping his own country up, like I keep saying, getting his country out of the red, and all the debt and everything that the Biden government was putting them in for years and years and years. Unreal. I still get attacked on my channel, guys, because I like Trump. Like, it's insane. People think I'm insane. I know a lot of you guys follow Trump. Look, none of them are perfect. We know that. But really, would people have voted in Biden? I mean, the whole of America pretty much voted Trump, didn't they? It says a lot, doesn't it? Hey, I went to my funeral on Saturday, guys. Oh, it was so sad. It was so sad, and it was raining. But there was like hundreds of people outside the church. Couldn't even get a seat in the church. And we got there early. It was packed. hundreds of people outside, but they put a speaker outside. They always do, because in the country you seem to get pretty big funerals. But it went very well, so thank you for all your well wishes. And it was just horrific, guys, horrific. Like some of you said, it's like 4 weddings and a funeral. You can't even write this stuff, but that's life, isn't it? I had that beautiful Lord of the Rings wedding in the castle, and next thing I'm at a funeral. Like, it was just, that's life, isn't it, guys? We just have to keep going with the flow, unfortunately. And the other thing is now, Elbow and Dutton, because we got the vote here too. Like, you guys in China, you got your big vote coming up. Fingers, guys. Yours is on April 3rd, isn't it? April. It's coming up very quickly, actually, your vote. We got Elbow and Dutton here getting heckled. They're getting heckled all the time because people don't want either of them. So make sure, guys, we vote for some of these independents, but not the Greens. They're getting heckled. So the security, they're having to up the security. Yes. I wonder why, because everybody can't afford to live. And I don't think Dutton's going to do much better. So we don't have a great choice, guys. It's terrible. Oh, shout out also to the earthquake people in Thailand. Oh, it's just shocking. What? Have you seen any of that video footage? What is it? Mara? Sorry, I don't know that country. My daughter is from Thailand, mind you. I did adopt her from Thailand. It's horrific. Some of that video footage of that earthquake is so frightening. How's those buildings? They just collapse. Those massive concrete floors, just sheets of concrete just on top of it. They're still pulling people out alive. How? I don't even know, but horrific. It's just horrific. And also we've got floods in outback Queensland. Really horrific floods up there, losing like thousands upon thousands of stock and cattle and sheep. And it's horrible. Floods are still going on here in Oz. I know a lot of this strange weather. I just don't even know what to think. So we got, I was just reading about the Tesla Elon Musk thing again. Now it's going to be a big takedown because they just do not want him in that government position. They don't like the influence that he has. But Trump's not an idiot, is he? He knows he needs his brains to move everything forward. Anyway, and there's counter protests as well. So there's a lot of protesting going on in America at the moment. The other thing is, we'll be seeing a lot more humanoid robots by 2030 in Australia. That's yes. I've been watching. Did you watch that movie? I think it's a movie. Yeah, it was a movie. I thought it was going to be a series, but it ended up being a movie. Electric State. So cute, guys. You got to go and watch it with the goggles on, and everyone has an avatar robot, and the good robots fight the bad robots. It's really quite cute. It's very cute. Go watch it. I love Millie Bobby Brown. On Netflix, guys. And then by 2030 also, they did say that in Australia we'll be having the driverless vehicles. And you know what this woman said? I don't even know who she was. Who are these authority people that come on and talk about all this stuff? And she was all excited saying Australia's really ahead in all of this. Great. Not. The issue isn't about the driverless cars. It's the humans are the ones that are crashing into the driverless cars. Where'd she get that information from? I'd like to know. Because the stories we've heard here is that sometimes these cars are known to drive themselves. Well, they do drive themselves. That's not what I mean. They have a mind of their own. Sorry, it's probably more makes sense. And she did actually say that AI will redefine workspaces in the next 5 years. I'll redefine it, all right, as they take everyone's jobs and kick everyone out of their desk chairs and everyone disappears, i.e. self-serve everything. Of course they're going to make changes in the workplace because no one will be working except, what is it, Mr. Flippy in the McDonald's that does all the chips and, don't even get me started, guys. And then there's a lot of admin to get through today, guys. The Melbourne parking has changed in the inner city parking signs. Very confusing. They're making an extra $5 million a year in parking fines, guys. And I'm guessing, as us BS detectives would think, this is going to turn people off going to the city. So it could be a lot around the 15-minute city. So you only ride your EV bike and your e-scooter and all that sort of stuff. Because it's going to turn you off parking when you can't afford to park. So even the parking fees are going up through the roof. Just the usual. So I think that's all the admin I've got for you guys today. Yeah, that's it. That's probably enough. I've fried your brain already before I've even started. So I'll close my eyes, guys, we'll get started and we'll see what comes up. Cheers, everyone. Oh, they're just showing me these governments hurting us again like cattle, like pushing us into our cattle yards, like our categories. Of course, we know we're going to have the category of the people who comply and the people who don't comply. And then we've got the Israel plasticine. Now we've got the Elon Musk haters and the Elon Musk supporters. It's just taken over from the Trump protests. So there's a lot of this going around. We're all getting corralled into our little, what do you call them? They put all the cows in. Sorry, guys, I do live in the country. I'm not a farmer, though. Into the cattle yards. That's it, the cattle yards. This is just putting us in categories so they know how to deal with us. These government leaders is what I'm getting. So they're trying to round us up so they can figure out like who's who in the zoo, like where we belong, where we fit in. Of course, for their planned agenda moving forward, it makes their life easier if they know what they're dealing with. So I am getting a lot of this corralling and pushing us into certain pens, cattle yards, etc. All right, hang on. And of course, this gets back to wanting the division. They don't want us all together, all getting on. We know this has been happening for, I would say, about 4 years now, of course. They don't want us getting on. They want to separate, divide, separate, divide. The more they can separate and divide, the more people lose that inner strength to stand up against them. So that's what I'm getting, guys. Oh, sorry, guys, I put my leg. That's what I'm getting. Separate and divide. This is still a big part of the agenda, to separate and divide. Hang on. God, it's just showing me a fan, like a round fan, and people like fanning themselves, like the hair's blowing back and the fan. People are trying to cool themselves down. It's like people have been overheating for like 4 years, or some of us has, but have gone through menopause. But I'm getting this, people are having to cool down. It's that energy where people like having a flush, really. Where people are overwhelmed, they're overheated, they're not coping, and they've got to kind of cool themselves off. I'm getting that energy for a lot of people globally. They're having to... it's almost saying like, what's the word? I'm trying to think. There's like a saying. Well, I'm just getting that breeze through the hair thing, like that breeze. You know when you get a breeze, even if you're standing outside and you get that beautiful soft breeze or wind comes, it's very soothing, isn't it? That's what the guides are trying to give us, that message of. People are trying to soothe themselves. But they don't know how to do it. It's like they don't know how to do it, but they want that feeling of getting some relief. Like if you're overheated, you need that relief of an air conditioner, or like at the wedding, for example, my sister and I sat up near where the air conditioner was because it was quite a warm day and it was so soothing and cool. This is the kind of thing that I'm getting. You guys know what I'm talking about, but it's like people are having this cooling off, whether they can regather their thoughts, get their mind together again, not feel so overwhelmed. They're trying to cool the jets is what I'm getting. Cool the jets. Because the heat has been on, and I keep getting that song, of course, Beverly Hills Cop, the heat is on. The heat has been on for a good 5 years. There's been too much happening, this after that. Interest rate rise. Like constant fuel going up, shopping, groceries going up, everything going up. We know everything's going up. Parking's going up. And it's too much. So people are having to kind of cool off. And perhaps too, maybe they're thinking this will be around the vote. They'll be able to find some relief when it comes to the vote. I know in China that's something you guys will be desperately looking for, some relief with change of government. And we are here in Oz. I don't know what's going to happen in Oz, but it is looking very bad. Like people are falling for the elbow tricks guys. People are talking about his popularity. Oh my God, he's straight out lying to everybody. He keeps saying how all the things he's done. And I keep looking going, what has he done? He's just put Australia into so much debt and done nothing for the little people. Closed down a billion small businesses. Effed up all these construction companies, building companies. It's just sold us off overseas. Just the usual for Elbow, but lying, of course. And people are falling for it, guys, because his rating and approval's going up. Not that that means anything, because we know mainstream media lies anyway, but a lot of people are getting nervous because they think he's going to get back in. It's so bad. So that's what I'm getting. People are looking for that cool change. And I'm getting this song by Little River Band, Cool Change. You know Little River Band? It was an Aussie band that was in years ago. I think it was back in the 80s. You'd all know it. The one Johnny Farnham stepped in and sang for. Time for a cool change. I'm not a very good singer, guys, but I do have to tell you when it's time for a cool change. I don't know if it's called cool change, but meaning everything has to cool off, everything has to settle. This is what people want in their life. They want change. They want a cooling off period where they get a break. They get a rest from everything going up and up and up through the roof. Hey, guys, did I tell you at that wedding? At the wedding. Oh no, it was at the funeral. Sorry, at the funeral. Too much going on. At the funeral, they played music. They played our song. Yes, the BS Detectors Freedom Fighting Maverick Rebel Braveheart song, which was You Raise Me Up So I Can Stand on Mountains. That's our song here, guys. The guides always give us Josh Groban, if you are new here. They played that song, You Raise Me Up So I Can Stand on Mountains. The woman played it on the piano actually inside, so wasn't quite the Josh Groban version, but it was really beautiful. All I could think of was All of Us, and I thought, God, it's so true. You know, life's here for living. We can't be being told what to do by our government and dictated to. We've got to live our life because life's short. And then when he was leaving in the hearse, when they were loading him into the hearse, they played the Foo Fighters learning. Oh no. What's that song by Foo Fighters? Learning to Fly. Oh, yeah. Is that it? Or is that Tom Petty? I don't know. It was by Foo Fighters. Take away a wondering what you see and for. Oh, God, I can't get that other song out of my head. Sorry, guys. Learn and take and I will learn to fly. Oh, sorry, guys, I'm so bad. You know this song, I mean, look it up, Foo Fighters, Learning to Fly. Learning How to Fly, something like that. Not the Tom Petty one. I think there's a Tom Petty one too. The Foo Fighters song's really great. So they played that as they put him into the hearse. It was just really sad. Sorry, guys. I go off on a tangent. What was I talking about? Oh, my God. Oh, God, I don't even know why you guys watch my channel and my videos. I just get so distracted sometimes. But I haven't got the doggos here today. They're only here in pictures. Look, there they are. Me and Sprock, Sophie and Sprock, all my Kermits and my little monkey. And these are some of my pussy cats. Oh, God, love those dogs. They're funny. God, they had some popcorn chicken today from KFC. I know, it's not good for them. They only have it now and again. Oh, my God, they go mental. Sprocket goes mental. He goes crazy. And one rolled near the stove, like behind it, and he sat there for like half an hour. And then I realised that he'd pushed it behind, so I had to get the little thing and dig it out for him until he'd leave the stove. Oh, Sprocket. Oh, my God. Okay, let's keep going, guys. Oh, I'm getting China. China's forming a strong government, guys. Oh, this is sounding good. Hang on. Oh, people have had enough. They've had enough in China. You'll be very surprised what happens in China. I keep saying it could happen in America, guys. You think people haven't woken up? We didn't know which way that would go, did we? Well, we sort of did because Trump was probably cheated out of the last one. But if you guys get to have your say, I think you'll be very surprised what direction this is going to go in. Oh, wouldn't that shake up the world as well? Be so good. Especially if Pierre can build that relationship with Trump. Oh, it'd be so good, mate. He's such a strong force over there. Seeing changes, guys. Fingers. make sure do you have to compulsory vote over there? We all have to vote if you're over 18 here in Australia. It's law. I know, I think in America you don't have to, do you? But I'm not sure about China. So I am seeing that. Hang on a minute. I'm just seeing these other governments forming. And I suppose it's like the independence, isn't it? You get the strength in numbers. If you can get them into parliament, it gives you that voice. So I am seeing people fighting for the people in China. This is good, guys. You might actually get a fair bit of your voice into parliament, the awake voice, and get rid of all the woke garbage would be very good over there, because you need to. Because we know that Carnage, we know what road he's going down, and it ain't great, is it, guys? It's not the one you want to be on. So, you know, you want to put all that behind you, don't you? So fingers, guys, people are waking up in China. They are. Oh, it's so good. Thank God you got to vote. At least that's something, you know, to look forward to, guys. All those years with Turdo and just nothing was happening, and he was just doing his dictating crap with renewables and to transgender and just following that narrative to a T. It was mad, wasn't it? All right. Ooh, European government. I'm seeing a few stand downs in that European government. A few of those leaders might really have to take a step back. I'm seeing big strikes, and I mean, I'm getting big strikes in, what are they going to be in? Industrial strikes. Like, I'm seeing big industrial strikes across Europe. Could even be with importing and exporting ports, things like this. I'm just seeing this. And trucks as well, not wanting to transport across the country, big strikes. That's what I'm getting for Europe. This is a great way to protest. Strikes are really good. And especially if it's done in a large way, because there's no food and exports and imports and things coming in, then all the grocery shops get empty, and then it all looks bad on the government. So these are good things which will put the spotlight on government again. So I am seeing a few European leaders having to step back and change their pace of the rollout, of course, but also not wake up, because it's not going to wake up, but start to realise that people are seeing through their mind games is what I'm getting. They'll realise people aren't going to take it, because if they push the people too hard, the people will fight back and they'll get stronger and stronger. I keep saying they'll keep waking up in Europe. There's these waves of awakening I talk about all the time. So I am seeing that. Strikes in Europe, across Europe. All right. I am getting, and I know we sort of wonder sometimes, we talk about this a lot, and I know you guys comment on this a lot. A lot of these leaders have made their beds. Now they're going to have to lie in it. And we always talk about it, and I know, like I said, a lot of you here get frustrated too. There seems no justice when you think of people like Jabsinder, Dictator Dan. Oh, the list goes on. Oh, Turdo, now he's run away and got his big payout. There seems no justice, does there? But I am still getting that some of these people are going to make their bed and they're going to have to lay in it. And it's showing the bed all scrumpled up, like not a nice, neat bed. It's like all bedraggled. I'm kind of getting charges might even be laid. You think about it. This has been the biggest CRIMES against humanity over many years that's been going on. And not just, I don't just mean the picky, I mean destroying people's lives, like financially, weather manipulation, just to name a few, such as Maui, IE, LA, California, many other things, lots of massive flooding, etc., etc. Lismore comes to mind in New South Wales here, been flooded like 3 million times, and the government just threw money to buy the whole area up and get rid of everyone out of their houses. This is the kind of stuff that's been going on. So this is my point. A lot of things are, you know, how long does this all go on for? There's so much greed and corruption, and sometimes people do get caught out. I know it's frustrating, guys, and it's hard to imagine that, because we know the old Epstein Island and all this Ghislaine and all this crap. nothing comes of it, does it? They always say they're going to release all the names and they're going to release all of this, and nothing ever comes of it. No one gets caught out. Of course he got, well, suicide, which I doubt very much, guys. More like murdered would be more the case. Oh, guys, I've got to tell you this too. I forgot to tell you this bit of my admin. Sorry, guys. I do go off on a tangent. I'll just finish this first. Yeah, and this is what I'm saying. Like, they do make their bed. Like, you know, I guess at the end of the day, if Epstein did get murdered, he really did sort of make his bed, because he tried to blackmail everybody. We know he did with his camera work and everything. So they do make their bed, these, oh God, what do you call them? Just sickos, I suppose is the word. So we are going to hear of a few more that this kind of thing. I don't even think Ghislaine Maxwell's alive. That's just my opinion. Never seen her. They only show you drawings. None of this is real, guys. I don't even know what's real and what isn't anymore. I know you guys are like me. We just find everything just la-di-da pie in the sky, what's true and what isn't. But I am seeing that some people are going to be held accountable. Probably not all the ones that have been involved working for the puppet masters, but there are going to be others. A lot of others. I mean, look at P. Diddy and all this, like, trafficking and child trafficking and women trafficking and all this stuff. It has to come out. So there's always going to be, like, the patsy, I know, but people will be held accountable for some of these things. Did you see that case of those real estate guys that were drugging women and everything? Oh, my God, it's so bloody weird, the crap that goes on. I can't remember their names. They were brothers, and they had a big real estate business, really successful in that, but still drugged women and everything. Absolutely, so many sick people out there. Sorry, guys, you know me. I do follow a bit of crime and court cases and things. I find it interesting. At the moment, I've been watching the Monica Cementelli, the Fabio, the hairdresser one. It's been very interesting, actually. It's interesting the way they get all their information, all the defense and prosecutors, like how they put all the info together. It's actually very fascinating. I think that's why I like it, guys. I know a lot of you will probably watch crime as well out there. This is the other thing I had to mention, guys, in my admin. It's mad. This AI woman that they had on the other day on the TV that I was telling you about, that was all normalising the robots in Oz and everything. They're going to put them in your shoes and clothing. Won't that be awesome? I wonder if that's anything to do with just saying a bit of tracking, do you think, for the government? Could be. And they said it's just all simple, like a Fitbit on the human body. So that you'll be able to read everything from your shoes and your clothing, as well as your Fitbit watch. And she was saying that we're at tipping point now in Oz. We're really tipping towards that AI robot kind of state. And we know Australia's been a petri dish experiment for a long time. And she said that the agricultural technologies are always being tested in Oz. Well, no wonder Billy Goat comes visiting here, guys, because we know he'd be right into all of that testing ground. Oh, it's so sickening. So look out, it'll be in your shoes and clothing before you know it. We'll be getting, honestly, this tracking and tracing is so piss easy to bring in. And people will just go, oh, that's great. Why would you need AI in your shoes and clothing? Can someone explain that to me? I don't get it at all. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention, guys, which I could not stop laughing at, which I know you guys will get quite the laugh at. Oh, yes, Australia catching up in the space race. We've now got our first Australian, going up into space. At Cape Canaveral in Florida. How exciting, guys. His name's Eric Phillips. And it showed them they've got a year of training. He's been training for a year to cope with, all the gravity issues and everything. And they've been taking portrait photos. Oh, yeah. They got the white with the black around it, like the other astronauts have, all matchy. And not only that, he is growing mushrooms up there in space. He's going to grow the mushrooms to see how they grow. That's his goal. Yep, that's his goal. Because apparently mushrooms are very good in vitamin D and they boost your immune system. So I'm guessing Billy Goat's probably growing some mushrooms somewhere because they're pushing the mushrooms are very good for vitamin D. Maybe they are. I don't know. Some say the sunshine is good for vitamin D, but it looks like you're going to have to eat mushrooms over there in the UK because you don't seem to get many sunny days. Honestly, it's stuff out of the movies, guys. You can't make this shit up. So we're going to see Eric Phillips going to the moon soon. So that'll be all over Australia. Oh, everyone will be clapping that they've made it. Oh, I don't think he's going to the moon. I think he's just going to outer space, isn't he? You know how they do that little space jaunt or whatever they do. Who really knows? Is it done in this Universal studio? We don't know. Personally, I think some of the movies do a better job than all that sort of footage that we get. It does bring to mind the old India and Japanese moon landing. So I hope it's not something like that. But I hope Eric doesn't get stuck in space like what were they? Sonny and Butch did for 8 months. That'd be terrible growing your mushroom, be living off mushrooms. But had plenty of vitamin D nonetheless. Honestly, I can't believe this world, guys. How about we just pull some cards, guys? Let's see what we've got. We can do a daily healing. Let's do a daily healing. We always need healing, don't we, guys? Still getting my wound dressed. I'm at the last little bit of it now. They're happy with it. But then I think I told you I've got a bit of fluid around my thigh. So, of course, now I've got to get another ultrasound, haven't I? Nothing just heals up, does it? There's always something that you go, what? The nurse said, oh, it's not too bad, but we better just check it to make sure it's not pus. Make gentleness a habit. It's very sweet, isn't it? And when I look at that card and those little soft flowers, they're almost like little cherry blossoms, aren't they, those? I do agree with that. You have to be gentle and kind to yourself and the things around you as well. Hey, did I tell you guys, my daughter, we went for a little meeting, like sort of an interview, but it was more like a tour of the school. My daughter's starting at a Steiner school. We have a Steiner school here in town and I only went to year 10. That's why I never started her there because I would have to pull her out anyway. But she wanted to start having more social contact naturally because she's 16. She turned 16 last week. And so I'm starting her at the Steiner school and it looks really good. They've only got like 8, year 11 and 12. So I'm actually starting her after the holidays. Her class, I think, has got 16 or 17 and it's a combined 9 and 10 class. But I think it'll be good. They do music, cooking. Oh, you know those Steiner schools where they give them life skills? Fingers it works out, guys. I'm very excited. She's actually very keen. We had to get the backpack and I'll be back to making the lunches, guys. Although she does her own now. She's pretty good. She's taking 2-minute noodles. They've got a microwave and everything. But it'll be good for her. She's got a few really good friends that she catches up with, but it'll be nice to broaden her scope of friends and prepare her for life. Fear. Fear is a heavy, ungrounded vibration. Ask Spirit for help, surrender, and release. You are safe. And I think, to be honest, guys, I would say fear is something that we do carry a little bit of. I'll leave a video somewhere over here about fear. Fear is something that we all have. We've learnt to manage it a lot better now because we've worked out that sometimes you can get yourself so worked up about something and then it doesn't happen and you've had all this fear and everything build up and you're in anxiety and everything and it doesn't even happen. And then, or you push through something, for example, like a job interview or, for example, going to the school today for my daughter, and it ends up being fine and you can get yourself so worked up. And we also have that fear of people not waking up. I know that's a big one here, isn't it? But we don't have to fear that anymore. The guides are always telling us, don't fear it anymore. Because I know 5 years ago, we really did fear that people would never see the truth and they'd never wake up. But look at my sister. My sister is a classic example of that. Why all of a sudden is she not getting any more pickies and making a big statement to me about it, guys? It's huge. I'll leave that video here to jab or not to jab. You listen to how she talks in that video and 5 years on, she talks completely differently about it. I mean, still never admits that I was right. But nonetheless, she's telling me that her viewpoint. And I just go along with it because it's like, yay, someone waking up. So we don't have to fear all that anymore. People are seeing it, guys. Majority, and look at America, classic example. The vote said it all. People are over all the BS. Oh, let's pull a Whispering Woods, guys. Oh, sorry. They're cute cards, these. Renew. Nature continuously renews itself year after year. It's the cycle of life, really, isn't it? The reborn, rebirth. That's about us evolving too. Constantly growing, changing, evolving, not staying stagnant. That's the message I'm getting for that, guys. Renew. And it's also like if a fire goes through too, you think, oh, it's all dead and there's nothing. And then suddenly, like 6 months later, you get some rain and everything renews itself. All the ferns come up, all the trees start sprouting, leaves. That's what renewing your energy. It's, yeah, year after year. It's just the cycle of life. But that's about us. You know, you go through times of darkness, example, whether we have dark night soul, mental breakdowns, suicidal thoughts, anxiety, panic attacks, whatever you go through. But usually when you come out the other side, everything is very different. It's like your world lights up. We often talk about seeing it through the crystal glasses and everything's crisper, it's clearer. Well, what was the word? It's just the world is more inviting. We don't miss little things anymore that once upon a time we might have never seen. I had this amazing gang bird on my railing here eating the conifers the other day. It was absolutely gorgeous. It's the grey bird with the red head. Like it's almost like looks like a cockatoo, but it's called a gang. And it had its little seed and it was like, it was so adorable. I had to take a picture to send my daughter because she loves birds. And he was just so busy in the moment eating that piece of pod or whatever it was off the conifer. It was a bookleaf conifer, those little cone things. Oh, he was so into it. It was so beautiful. And then I got into it just sitting here on my bed watching him. It was just, but that's what life becomes. I know you guys, you guys understand. It's that living in the now, finding those peaceful places, and just enjoying that beautiful world around us. I know, Chris, you and I talk about this constantly, just going for a walk, being out in the woods, looking at the seasons changing, like the breeze through our hair, like we were talking about in the beginning. Like there's something really soothing about a light breeze on your face, isn't there? I can't even explain it, but I know it's one of those sensory experiences that just simplifies the moment, doesn't it? Let me see if there's anything else to finish with, guys. Oh, they give me that Michael Jackson song, I'll Be There. I'll be there. I'll be there to comfort you. I'll be there with all you do. Just say my name and I'll be there. But that to me, when I get that song, is about be there for yourself. Be there for yourself. Like, just show up for yourself. That's what I'm getting for that. Oh, it's Michael Jackson Day today. I'm getting Smooth Criminal. Dun, 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 dun. I don't know why we get the songs we get, guys. We just get them. And a lot of us really do like music, don't we, guys? So I'm getting Smooth Criminal. I'm getting this song. Oh, this song's for us, guys. For Michael Jackson song, of course, Bad. I'm bad, you know it. But it's us. We're like the bad ones, but bad in a good way. Like we're, because we're awake. It shakes up the energy. So I'm getting all of us doing that. I'm bad, doom, 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 doom. But bad in a good way. Bad in an awake way that we're staying in our energy and our power and strength. You think about the way he's dancing that. I'm bad, you know it. And it's like no matter what they call us, or conspiracy theorists, flat earth, Tina Hatter, the granny killers, whatever they call us, woo-woo, crazy people, we're still got high energy and we're bad. We'll always stand up in our true energy and not bad in a bad way, but we're bad meaning we'll fight back. We don't take their crap. That's what I'm getting. All right, I'm going to leave with that today. Have a wonderful afternoon, everybody. I'll come on and talk to you in a day or two. I'll leave my videos here. What was I leaving there? I can't remember. I have to remember. Oh, my sister's one. And I was leaving fear. That's it, fear. Have no fear. People are waking up, guys. All right, I'll talk to you very soon. Bye, everyone. Bye.